Now, in the beginning of this work, sometimes you say to yourself, well, I hate this part of myself. One of the first things we have to talk ourselves away from is don't hate any part of yourself. From a Kabbalistic perspective, God put that in you for you to repair it. From a Kabbalistic perspective, the divine suffers brokenness. The divine brokenness is implanted with every human being. And our life's journey and our life's mission is to repair the brokenness within. So when a person says, I've discovered something in me so broken, I hate it in me, I say it's like you're hating your work. When you discover the brokenness within, you've discovered your life's work. So if I have, for example, irrational anger within me, okay, those of you who know Kabbalah know that's the broken sphere of Gevurah, okay, which is anger and judgmentalism. I certainly have that, or have had it. I have discovered my life's work. So as I repair that, don't hate it. Don't hate the fact that this is the work that I was given. This is the work that I was given, so I have to do this work. As I repair that, according to Kabbalah, not only am I healing myself, am I a greater blessing to people around me, from a Kabbalistic perspective, I'm also healing God. Because all of our wounds are human versions of the divine breakage. So when you realize that all of this is part of a journey, and your own brokenness is not something bad about you, it's just your life's work. We're not that special. Everybody has life work planted in the depths of their soul. So when you discover it, and you say, wow, I lie a lot, people feel ashamed of themselves. All right, so that's the broken sphere of Emet. One of the emanations of God is truth. And truth broken in the human being is the tendency to be mendacious, to lie, and to dissemble. You say to yourself, all right, I found my life's work. And then you engage in the work that goes inside, and you figure out what's going on there and what the plan is and what the history is. And it's a compassionate, firm healing within. Now, that's my interpretation of a contrite spirit. Because the arrogant spirit would be each one of these defending themselves. I have reasons for what I do. I have a good reason to despair. I have a good reason to feel unproductive grief. I have a good reason to feel shame, envy, and so forth. I have all my reasons are good. That's the arrogant one. Okay? The contrite spirit goes in and says, there's no good reason for not living a righteous and holy life with him. There's no good reason. It doesn't matter what other people do. We'll deal with them later. There are efficient ways to deal with other people. So that's what the contrite spirit is. So therefore, part of the work of Chodesh Elul is to go in and face each of these, and you will feel yourself, feeling remorse. You'll feel yourself somewhat exposed to yourself. You'll feel yourself feeling contrition. It's a beautiful place to be because that's where God comes in. Being overwhelmed by the sadness, overwhelmed by the project. Okay? And that's where what I call the will and the skill come in. So let me share with you a couple of skills. So when I felt overwhelmed about the hugeness of the project, which is straightening out my inner life and engaging in this journey, I was reading something about time management, and it talked about managing time and space. And I thought to myself, all spiritual work happens in time and space. You're always somewhere doing something. So one thing that I learned whenever I have a project is don't say finish the project, I say give the project 10 minutes. So if I walk, and I see all the, stack of paperwork, I say, oh, it's overwhelming, I don't want to do it. If I say, give it 10 minutes, walk out 10 minutes tomorrow. It's a little mental trick that I play, okay? So instead of thinking about the task, I think about the time. So that's something that I do. So in my morning practice, I say, I'm giving it 10, 15 minutes. That's my minimal practice, 10, 15 minutes to go through all of these things that I'm saying here. I've cultivated interventions for each one to either get at least stable for the day and sometimes do deeper work. If I have more time, I add things to my spiritual practice. So I don't say I'm going to fix anything. I say all I'm doing is giving it at least 10, 15 minutes every single day. For me, that typically means 5 days a week. And I will tell you, if I miss for 2 days, I can feel it. Okay? Because when you do this work, it's profoundly nourishing to the soul.